It was a sunny afternoon in late spring when I first met Tom. I was juggling the final semester of my bachelor's degree, 2 part-time jobs, and a myriad of assignments. Yet, amidst the chaos, I found solace in his company. We clicked instantly, our chemistry undeniable, and before long, we were inseparable. Fast forward a year and a half, and life had changed significantly. I graduated last August, securing a coveted internship at an NGO. My schedule was flexible, allowing me to maintain one of my part-time jobs babysitting and tutoring for a wealthy family to evenings a week and all day Saturday. On top of that, I held a customer service job with equally accommodating hours. Though Tom and I didn't live together, we found ways to stay connected. I worked from home 3 days a week and every other Sunday, which gave me the chance to make his meals and help with household chores. Our relationship was built on a foundation of mutual respect and understanding, or so I thought. Tom made a comfortable living, earning about $110K a year compared to my modest $20,000. He generously covered 70% of our date nights, though we rarely dined out, preferring home-cooked meals and quiet evenings in. He bought me thoughtful gifts, nothing extravagant, but meaningful tokens of affection. Despite this, he always ensured I contributed equally to our shared expenses. This arrangement worked for us, and I believed it exemplified our commitment to each other. Yet, beneath the surface, cracks were forming. Our relationship, seemingly perfect, was marred by a recurring issue: Tom's defensiveness during disagreements. He would either offer half-hearted apologies or shut down completely. 6 months ago, he met my family, and they got along well. However, Tom's own experiences with his ex and our meeting his family had left scars. He feared they would see me as a gold digger, a notion that hurt and baffled me. One evening, this fear manifested into an argument. I felt hurt and offended by his suggestion that I was with him for his money, especially given my efforts to contribute and my relentless pursuit of a stable job. When I proposed taking a break until I found one, he dismissed the idea, insisting he didn't want to part ways. Then, a week ago, he accused me of being wasteful and not valuing things. His examples stung. He pointed out how I washed a dress a female friend of his gave me, causing some decorative jewels to fall off. Another instance was when I used an old pair of joggers as a mop to clean the floor. Coming from a poor country, I was accustomed to making the most of what I had, often repurposing old clothes instead of discarding them. I tried to explain, but he became defensive. My attempts to communicate my feelings seemed futile. He didn't understand why his words hurt me, nor did he grasp that saying, "I'm sorry you feel hurt," was not a real apology. As I sat in my room, reflecting on our latest argument, I realized I needed to find a way to make him understand my perspective. I didn't want to lose him, but I couldn't continue feeling undervalued and misunderstood. Our love was worth fighting for, but it required both of us to see eye to eye, to listen, and to truly understand each other's hearts. The next morning, I woke up with a heavy heart. I couldn't shake the feeling of frustration and sadness. I decided it was time to confront Tom about everything. That evening, I went to his place. The air between us was tense, the weight of our unresolved issues hanging like a storm cloud. We sat down, and I took a deep breath. "Tom, we need to talk," I started, my voice trembling. "I can't keep going like this, feeling hurt and misunderstood." He looked at me, his eyes filled with a mix of confusion and concern. "What do you mean?" "I mean, I need you to understand where I'm coming from," I said. "When you say things like, you think I'm with you for your money, it cuts deep. I've worked so hard to get where I am, juggling jobs and studying to graduate debt-free. I do my best to contribute, and I thought you knew that." Tom sighed, rubbing his temples. "I just worry sometimes, you know? My past, it makes me fear the worst." "I get that," I replied softly, "but I'm not your ex. I'm me, and I'm here because I love you, not for your money. I need you to trust me and see that." He looked away, his jaw tight, and the wastefulness thing, it just bothered me. I took his hand, trying to convey my sincerity. "Tom, I come from a place where we don't throw things away lightly. Those joggers were old and worn out. Using them as a mop wasn't wasteful to me. It was practical, and the dress. I didn't mean to damage it. It was an accident. Tom's expression softened a bit, but he still seemed conflicted. I just, I don't know how to deal with these feelings. By talking to me, I urged, by really listening and understanding. We can't keep brushing things under the rug. We need to communicate and work through our issues together. There was a long silence. I could see the struggle in his eyes as he fought with his emotions. Finally, he nodded. Okay, he said quietly. I'll try to be better about this. I don't want to lose you. A wave of relief washed over me. It wasn't a perfect resolution, but it was a start. We hugged, holding onto each other tightly, both of us silently promising to do better. The road ahead wouldn't be easy. We had to rebuild trust and learn to communicate more effectively, but I was hopeful. Our love was strong, and I believed that with time and effort, we could overcome these challenges together. As I lay in bed that night, I felt a flicker of hope. It wasn't the end of our struggles, but it was a new beginning, and I was ready to face it, hand in hand with Tom, determined to make our love story one worth fighting for.